What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, before we get the massive release of 2 or 3 different characters tomorrow, you're probably going to get a dump of videos from me tomorrow anyways. I figured I may as well do another showcase now before nobody gives a crap about these characters, alright? Now, granted, these characters still matter quite a bit, but I want to talk about them because a lot of you guys may not be able to get the new characters, and hell, this is the roster you have to work with, right? So I want to talk about, who did we do last? I think we did E Honda last, right? If I remember correctly. So let's do a flame unit today. I think that was a thunder unit. Yeah, let's do Dudley. Because we're talking about athletes, right? Chun-Li's coming out. So let's talk about a real athlete. I'm not to take anything from Chun-Li, but a boxer's a real athlete. So I have SSS+5 Dudley, and I think he's actually a pretty underrated character. Not the greatest character, but I do want to talk about him a little bit. So let's talk about him. Flame unit, agility based, balanced character, and a wrestling style. Boxing consider wrestling in this. So sumos consider wrestling, boxing consider wrestling. It's all just rolled up into one, right? Balrog is going to obviously be also wrestling, I'm assuming, because he's a boxer. So as you can see here, I've got him all set up. Now let's talk about his garage first real quick and get that going first. Okay, so I don't have any of his cars. But if you do get him, when the Rose hits a target affected by any control effect, it triggers counterattack punch every 10 seconds. Excuse my nose. Counterattack punch is pretty much going to be the essential move for all of his DPS. So it's imperative to have his 6 cars. Control effects applied by other allied fighters trigger also counterpunch. So anyone who does a stun, anyone who does a freeze, a knockback, etc. These are control effects. They will automatically counterpunch as well. So he'll do 2 counterpunches every 10 seconds based on those 2 things. Okay, so this is 10 seconds, this is 10 seconds. Very important to note. Now, let's talk about his skills and his passive. His passive is counterattacks after dodging, dealing damage equal to 460% of attack, trigger every 10 seconds. This is considered a trigger skill. Increases damage resistance by 60% while he does the skill itself, so he's impervious to pain almost. Counterattack punch cannot be interrupted. That's why Bizang, I told you guys to don't try to interrupt him when he's doing this. Just let the man hit Bison in the face and then move on. And then trigger intervals every 5 seconds. So he can actually pull off quite a bit of damage by getting him set up properly, okay? And then let's talk about his actual super. So it strikes the nearest target 2 times, dealing 610% of attack. In total, the first strike has an 80% chance to reduce the target's pressure by 10%. Meaning, obviously, if you reduce pressure, he does more dodge effect. In terms, takes less damage with his dodge, okay? It increases damage to 702. The second strike also has a 80% chance to do grave injury for 12 seconds. Grave injury decreases the amount of healing somebody gets by 10%, increases bleed damage by 10%, okay? Very important. So C1. Leap into the air and land a heavy hit on the nearest target equal to 294% of attack. There is also a 40% chance to stun the target. Deals additional damage to enemies 30% additional damage to enemies with grave injury. Sorry guys, give me one sec here. Gotta turn this off, okay? It increases damage to 341% of attack, deals 50% increased damage against anyone who has grave injury. So he and Adon actually pair really well together because Adon does grave injury as well. So you can stack it with these two, and they actually do quite well together in a team. So if you build Adon and you like the way Adon plays, this guy will actually be a good addition to that team. All right, his combo 3. Strikes the nearest enemy 2 times, dealing damage for 567% of attack. Meanwhile, tosses a Rose to piss you off. That deals damage of 61% on the attack. Increases dodge by 30% for 8 seconds. Now, this is the important one, okay? Increases strike damage to 624 and then dodge by 45%. So you really, really want to be able to utilize this more than anything else because you want his dodge to be used as often as possible so he does counterattack or counterpunch as much as possible, okay? So very important, guys. Okay, so now, in terms of his actual fighting soul, sorry, I forgot the names of these were for a second. You want this one here for the dodge, the 4.5% dodge, or anything else with dodge that has dodge in it. That's what you really want to go for. So you can see here, realistically, I think that's the only one that has dodge. It is. So that's what you want to pull off. Believe it or not, War Dance with attack and dodge is exactly what he needs for a fighting soul to put as much damage out as he possibly can. So we're going to go ahead and equip that actually. Help him dodge a little bit. Now keeping in mind, guys, dodge does not work the way you may think it works. It's not a full reduction of damage. It's a reduction of damage based on the amount of pressure that unit has. So the opponent has pressure, you have dodge, they counterattack each other. So the more pressure the opponent has, the more damage you take from dodge. The less pressure, the more you actually dodge the damage, okay? So let's talk about his fighting spirit. So this is called Arrogant Rose. HP, attack, defense, and dodge, you see the 2% there. Each counter-attack punch increases the damage of subsequent counter-attack punches by 15%, stacking up to 75%. So his assist here takes effect when the fighter is in assist position. When the assisted fighter performs a super combo or a combo, their dodge is increased by 20%. So amazing for Dante, by the way. After the assisted fighter dodges successfully, they receive 8% of Dudley's attack for 10 seconds. Happens every 15 seconds. So Dudley is great for assist for Dante, great for Jury, and great for Gen. Okay, those three are really, really good with this unit. Counter attack cannot be dodged or parried. A 20 increases the max damage of counter attack punch by 15%, and the counter attack punch deals 100% critical increased damage if it triggers a crit. So very important to get into plus 30. He does way more damage at plus 30. Okay, just so you guys are aware of that. All right, so let's just get in here and let's give him a go. I want to see what happens if we challenge somebody in a fight. So we're gonna do arena. I feel like that's where he's going to shine. So I'm going to go ahead and fight somebody here, but I'm going to do something different. We'll do Murdered Out. Shout out to him for taking this. So we're going to take away these guys, and I want to actually put in Dudley in the front, or I guess he'll be in the side, and then we'll put we'll put her in there, and then he has a trigger attack. So let's do this. Actually, no, we're going to do this, and then we're going to see if we can get protected by E Honda, okay? Okay, let's go like this. So here's what we're going to do. We want to have this combo going through this, and this, okay? So we want to have the dodge really work. So let's see how this goes. I mean, it's a pretty staggering difference between us still. 33 million, 21 million. Okay, let's try this. I'm probably going to get beat here, to be quite honest, but we're going to give it a go because I've got no back. I've got nobody to hit anyone in the back right now except for Viper. Okay, let's just, for the sake of it, let's just try. Oh, no, wait, I need somebody else. I need to have Poison in here. Where's Poison? Poison. Yeah, I need you in here. Sorry. And then we'll put Cammy up here as well, okay? Sorry, I need Poison here because I need that C1 to activate the C3, okay? So we're going to do this. I just want to show you guys the counterpunch, okay? So let's just do this. Yes, sure. Let's just go with it. I'm going to entertain you guys a little bit here with this team, okay? I still have more CP, but I just want to show you guys the counterpunch, okay? More than anything else. So here's the special. Knocks the opponent back, right? You see Ken is all the way back there now. The goal here is to get a counterpunch off, okay? So here's going to increase his dodge quite a bit with the C3. Okay, there. He hit his rose. Now there's a counterpunch. Oh, okay, there's a counterpunch right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Bison's just left. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it in an actual PvE match. Sorry guys, let's go back. Let's go back and do it in a PvE match. Let's go here, and we'll set up. This is gonna be a losing team. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so let's just set it up here where we have this. Oh no, I need a C2. So one sec. Let's get someone else in here. Let's get Chun-Li back in here. Yeah, we'll do Chun-Li in here. Okay, so we'll go this Chun-Li and then counterpunch, or not counterpunch. Sorry, his Rose move. Okay, so let's try this out. Again, the whole purpose here is to just show you guys counterpunch and how it works. That's literally it. Okay, so there's nothing else behind it, but it's a very effective move, especially in PvP if you plan to use it. PvP is pretty good too. So let's knock this guy. I need to just get my C3 off. Okay, there we go. So now he's got dodge, right? There's the little foot icon. That means his dodge is increased. So now he just needs to dodge. Did he dodge there? No, he got roasted instead. Barbecue Dudley. Okay, let's try that again. You know what? I need him in the front. So I'm going to put him in the front here. I need him to take the hits. So I'm going to put that in the front. I'm going to put, do I have Lena here? I know, I'm going to put Poison. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's put Poison in there. Okay, let's do this again. Sure. Okay, I really just want to see counterpunch pull off. That's really it. Okay, Let's just get that dodge up, okay, by 40%. There it is. Okay. He's got his dodge up now. You see it right there, the foot. So we need to just dodge once. There it is. He just did a counterpunch right there. Right? And there it is, it rolls again. So every time he does that little turnaround move, that's his counterpunch. Now, unfortunately, with that being said, he's very squishy. So he does need protection, and he's much better against AoE units because most of his damage will be dodged but through AoE. You see here 16 million. I mean, seriously, it's actually not bad. We'll see where the actual stats came from. Victory row. So that's a C3, okay? So he did that, and then right here, corkscrew. I don't think they show counterpunch because it's a trigger skill, so they won't show it off. But I think, honestly, if you guys use him against AoE units in the flame tower, that's where he's going to shine the most, obviously. And in PvP, he actually can do quite a bit of damage with counterpunch, but you have to get his FS30. So unfortunately, without that, you're really not going to see as much output on damage with counterpunch as you would want to. But it's worth it if you guys can build him in Flame Tower specifically. Like, he's actually a pretty decent off tank, and against AoE units, if he does dodge, he can do quite a bit of damage. But I mean, honestly, to get him to FS30, there's way better units out there, so you're not going to focus on Dudley unless you're a massive simp. And then in that case, you're going to go for Charming Dudley as well, which is a useless unit. But anyways, he's decent at best, not a great unit, but he does do work for you in Flame Tower if you actually build him correctly. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Big ones tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then.